Three overs and an under. Let's talk Underdog Fantasy Pick'em. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Keg, back with an Underdog Fantasy Pick'em video. Yesterday did not go as planned. Beef Stew did his thing for us. The Claw and Ant-Man, negatory. That game was super low scoring yesterday for that Clippers and Minnesota game. But hey, got 4 plays for you here. Again, focus on 3-mans over at Underdog. They got the best payout out there at 6x. So we're going to play 3-mans. I'm going to give you 4 plays, but play 3-mans. Mix and match them how you want to. Find some of your other plays. Maybe you just want to find one play here. I have talked about a couple of these players in a different video, but different lines. And that's one thing I want to preach as well. There's different, there's going to be different projections on each site that is out there, and you got to take advantage of it. So if you don't have that Underdog account, head on over there, use that promo code CashCake, and get yourself that 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. Let's talk some Underdog. All right, Underdog Fantasy Pick'em is up here. They got a sweet mobile app you can download both on the Google and Apple Store. And we're going to talk about 4 plays. The first one we're going to talk about is an under, which I was kind of shocked, but I was heading over to our tool like always. We have tools over at Underdog Fantasy over at dailyedgesports.com. You can check these out. I've got the Underdog Projection AV tool pulled up, and the one thing I was shocked at, Mikal Bridges, we got him projected under this 23.5 point line, and Pinnacle has it at -155. That's massive value here for that. And if we kind of look what he's done, besides the one outburst that Mikal Bridges has had at Atlanta last game where he put up 38, he's been, pretty pedestrian before that. 15, 4, 11, 15, 21, and 10. And one of those was on February 26th against Memphis, where he put up 11 points there. Again, massive game against Atlanta there. But before that, just, not a ton. And the shots were massive that game in Atlanta. He put up 26 shots that game where he put up 38. Before that, those games I was talking about, he put up 12, 16, 21. He only shot 33%, which is not well. That Memphis game, he only shot 4 for 10, only 10 shots, 13 and 14. So, again, this line, this is more of a plus EV play for me. Again, we have the projection for slightly under this at -155. So it's one of those, it's hard to ignore something when you see something odds that stinking low. And again, this is not going to be a fast-paced game by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, Cam Thomas is out, so these guys are going to shoot a little bit more. But pace-wise, it's just not going to be there. Memphis is just a dumpster fire of a team right now with all their injuries. They're ranked 17th in pace. Brooklyn's 23rd. It's just a spot where I can see it. They're 8.5-point favorites. Brooklyn at home. They could absolutely blow this team out, and maybe we don't see fourth quarter run out of Bridges and he doesn't get there. They got other ways they can score here. So I kind of understand this, but that's the reasoning of that play is specifically a plus EV play there. And again, the projection's about right there, but that's the one I wanted to talk about. The other one for Brooklyn, though, I want to talk about, though, Cam Thomas. And the one I like about him is actually 3.5 first quarter points. Now, he's been pretty aggressive the last few games in first quarter. Last 4 games, first quarter, he's put up 5-5, 12 and 8, really having success against Atlanta there. And the great thing is these last 4 shots, again, he put up 5 points in that game against Memphis that they played back on the 26th. But the last 3 games, 4, 6, and 5 shots. I love to see that first quarter wise. So it's one of those where you could play these together, but what I'll probably end up doing is taking one of these plays and matching them with the next 2, because the next 2, again, I talked about them on a different video, but these are different projection sets. Basically it was a play that we couldn't get somewhere else. But again, that's why it's important to have multiple sites like this to have action on, because you were able to pull up the projections that you're not going to get anywhere else. So the one we're going to talk about, the one I kind of mentioned in the other video, is a line that is a projection that we can get here, and that is Taylor Hendricks. And we can get 7 rebounds. Absolutely love this play. Again, they have a lot of injuries here for this game. There's no Walker Kessler. There's no Lauri Markkanen. He's going to have to play heavy minutes here. Washington is dead last in rebounds allowed. This line opened at, this projection opened at 6.5. It moved to 7. In the last 3 games, he's put 8, 7, and 13 rebounds, and that game was against Miami. And the minutes have been there around just shy of 30. I think we're going to see 30 out of him here, and 7 rebounds is fine. I think this line should be 8.5, to be honest with you. So love this play at the 7 rebound mark. Again, that's why you got to come over here and take something like this. Taylor Hendricks, higher than 7 rebounds. And then the other one we're going to talk about, again, a player I talked about in a different one, but a different line that we can get access to. So this projection set is 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Denny. I like this play for full game. If we kind of look at what he's been doing, the last game he played, this he put up 24 against the Clippers in only 26 minutes. Well, a lot of that had to do with, it was a back-to-back. In this game against the Lakers, he played 43 minutes, played in overtime, back-to-back, only played 26 in that game against the Clippers. But before that, if we go back, didn't do well against the Denver game, only played 27 minutes. But before that, absolutely crushing, 39, 39, 35, and 61. And again, now he gets a team in Utah, which is, a fast-paced team in theirself, ranked top 10. They're 9th in pace. Washington is 1st. And with those big guys out, I think it's just going to help this game. We have a really high, implied team total for both teams, 123 for Utah and 116.5 for Washington. So the 24.5, I do like this. That's where I'm kind of looking at that. Again, he's done really well. Almost got there in that back-to-back against Clippers. But I think we're going to see pretty good minutes out of him, and he's been playing really well. I think we're going to see, anywhere from 33 to 35 minutes out of him, and he's just been playing exceptionally well and just does a little bit of everything. So 24.5 to me is too low. This line should be closer to 28.5 in my opinion. So anytime I'm going to find some value like that, that's where I'm going to look at. So again, Denny Avdija, Taylor Hendricks, and what I'll probably do is just pair one of these, with these 2 guys, and I might just run, 2 separate 3-mans here, because that's what I want to play over at Underdog. I don't really want to play 4-mans. I don't mind playing 5-mans, but I'm going to run it insured. Everything else is going to be a standard play for 3-mans, and that's where the value is, in my opinion. So that's what we're kind of looking at it. So if we want to run the Mikal Bridges under lower 23.5 points on this one in particular, we'll throw that up there. And then again, I have no problem going back and putting Cam Thomas in there as well. But it's hard to get away from that value. So that's where I'm kind of looking at, over here at Underdog. Again, if you want access to things that we have over with our tools, again, I can pull Denny up and show you where he's at here. And we got him projected for almost 28. So see, I said the line was around that. That's what we got him projected for. Minus 120 on DraftKings for more than at the 24.5 mark. Again, we got him projected for more than that. So I do like looking at him there. If you want to go points, you could go there as well. But I just like the points, rebounds, and assists with him. And then again, if we want to go look at Taylor Hendricks a little bit and see where he's at, we got him projected at 7.19. I think he gets more close to double-digit rebounds. But as you can tell, DraftKings minus 145 on that 6.5 mark. Again, it's got bumped to 7, but I still think this line's too low. I think the line should be more 7.5 to 8.5 for those rebounds. With those 2 bigs out, I don't think the market has corrected itself enough with those 2 guys. And I can see this line getting projection getting bumped to 7.5. So those are the 4 plays that we do like. Again, play 3-mans over an Underdog. They give you the best payout, that 6x mark. And again, if you want to get access to more plays and daily stuff that we have, you can get a free offer as well using that Underdog code if you are a first-time depositor. Just check out free offer, click on that, get access to all these tools, not just here, but all the PrizePicks, Parlay Play, Sleeper, Sports Quack. We're continuing to add to the toolbox.
And again, appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hit that like button on your way out. Enjoy your Monday. Deuces.